Hello, everyone! Hi, I'm Sketchy, and today we are going to be reacting to Can You Beat Minecraft's hardest 3-player escape room? Da, da, da. You might remember, if you've seen the previous video, we did a previous Minecraft video thing I did like a week ago. We reacted to, this is the same person we reacted to before. This is by Wifey's or Wi-Fi's. Yeah, remember to like their video. I don't know how to pronounce their name, but let's get on this. Let's go.
Trapped in Minecraft's hardest 3-person escape room, but luckily I've got help from 2 of the game's greatest escapists, Canadian and Watto, and I'll be needing their help because the moment that one of us steps off of our pressure plates to explore the room, lava will start pouring down from the ceiling, so we'll have to solve this fast. Each of us is stuck in our own chambers, but mine was by far the most bare. All I had was one.
I was about to say just dig down, but they're in bedrock, aren't they? They're in bedrock, yeah, maybe don't just dig down.
In front of me, but it was too far away for me to reach it without getting off my pressure plate. But after gaining a whole new perspective with F5, Quake Pro, and my escape room texture pack, I noticed a piece of string.
I was gonna say jump, but like, 'cause he's got a hole behind him. But does his, I don't think his is a pressure plate. His probably does have a pressure plate in it, but string. How's he gonna get the string though? Let's see if could he jump in it? No.
String in the corner of my room. Not sure how that's supposed to help exactly, but it was becoming obvious that the only thing we could do to advance was step off and check our rooms quickly before the lava got to us.
Oh, it started.
Okay,
so this.
Okay. So since you can get up, then got all the stuff, you can go get the string. I feel like it's gonna be something with a hole behind him, because there was a hole there. And that's probably not there, like...
So this is fine.
Okay,
yeah,
so
what's in the hopper?
No, so I have I have a bundle, 2 golden apples, 2 beetroot, and 2 wind
you know,
charges, and
like,
even with the extra string, this combination of items was not particularly helpful. The way this room worked was that all I had to do was survive until the lava burned down the tower in the center of the room. Once it did, water would come scoop me up from this exit up the wall. Problem was, if I wanted to survive that long until the water came, I would need at least 1 block to stand above the lava. Otherwise, I would die almost instantly.
Look at it, it's just slowly falling, slowly.
With just my items, though, escaping this room alone would be impossible. But luckily, I wasn't alone.
I have these 3 chutes. Do you guys have any idea what I can do with these drops based off of everything you know?
Give him that pot block that he just dug up. He could probably give him that, right?
I have my item, you have your item.
Or what exactly is your item?
My item's a honeycomb.
What's the center block for in the middle of the... Like, we don't have an air gap, we have a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is just gonna be a... I place the pot, you put the thing in the pot.
If you place the pot, I give the string in... I give the string to Watto, and then...
Place the pot, then if he stands on it, he'll survive, right? Like... Just place the bloody pot, man!
And wind charge it over to him.
You put string in pot, break pot, I don't know, I just want to hear this before I do it. So string is dropped there, you wind charge it, it goes to Watto. That's what you're saying? Watto makes candle.
Guys,
what does he do with the candle? What does he do with the candle?
He wind charges it back to me. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, you want me to place it?
I'm gonna die. Guys, I'm gonna die.
Okay, I placed it.
We had to be quick. A single mistake or delay and the lava would be down before we knew it. And since you can't put multiple items in a pot, the only way to get the wind charge and string together to Watto was through the bundle. So Ken got the pot ready, placed it in the center, and I prepped the items. All I had to do now was not mess up this throw.
It's a little bit random,
Oh my god, I got all of it.
You got it? You got it? Okay, nice.
I got it all,
You can do that
please
too.
make a candle and send it back.
Bundle of stuff.
Okay.
Now, Watto just had to get it back to me before the lava came down, and I would be safe to wait out the water. It all hinged on this.
Okay.
Did you put the candle in?
Yep.
And there it was. Just barely, I had managed to get a standing point as the lava poured down around me, and...
He could have stood on the pot. Okay. Never mind.
Before long,
Never
the
mind,
water
right, I swear he
followed.
could have
I tried to collect
stood
the
on the
candle to
top,
bring it
right?
with me, but wasn't able
I
to get it in
swear!
time, and with the help of my golden apples, just barely managed to jump through the
I
lava
guess he
and
needed the
into
golden
the water
apples,
stream.
didn't he?
But
Okay,
that
yeah.
was only the
Understandable,
beginning,
understandable.
and in the next room, I came across 3 large chutes and a variety of strange items, as well as Ken?
So I see your 3 chutes.
Yes. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. What can you tell me about them?
Okay. So it sounds like a riddle. I'll be so for real. There's underneath each. You see copper trapdoors, right? I'm gonna see if I can see anything.
Okay, pig and 3 flower-looking thing. Oh my god, it's not a. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I have no clue. I feel like this is gonna involve the string. Cause he got the string, right? Or lasso thing. Maybe he needs to grab something. I need him to pan around the room and I'll be able to see more.
Under each of the trapdoors, there's a chorus plant.
Oh wait, there's more. Oh cool. Huh.
Oh. Yeah, I will die if I land on them, unless you break.
Oh, I forgot about the tunnels. Yeah, okay.
Turns out that all 3 of the chutes led to Ken's chamber in the first room, and from the subtitles I was able to find out that at least somewhere nearby there was flowing water. The setup looks a bit weird at first glance, but once you remember that snowballs have the ability to break chorus plants, all of a sudden the point of this room becomes pretty obvious. As the subtitles revealed, one of these pillars has water underneath, and I have to break the current, can drop down, open the trapdoor, and survive. Of course, I only have 1 shot though, and a mistake here would mean Ken is as good as dead. So now
we know he's not gonna make a mistake because we're 4 minutes into a 30-minute video. We know he's not gonna make a mistake.
question remained, how do I know which one has the water underneath? I tried F5ing, but to no avail. It was just out of my line of sight. There was this weird concrete powder, but breaking it wouldn't get me anything useful. The only other things in the room
And question is, why are there pigs there? You know, like...
besides my items were the pigs, and I could obviously breed them with my beetroot, but I didn't know for what. The exit to this room was a 5-block jump away, so that was out of the question, and it was looking like I definitely needed to save Ken first so we could solve the rest of this together. But without any way to deduce where the water actually was, we were stuck. Until Ken suggested this.
I know that certain mobs will, farm mobs will.
Oh, do they need to get the farm mob to come under where like that drop so it'll soften the blow? Maybe.
If set on fire, they'll try and run to the nearest water source.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you could just set one on fire.
Just light one on fire and see if it see where it runs.
You could.
That was it.
Okay,
Mobs
makes
set
sense
on
then.
fire try and pathfind to the nearest block of water, and while this space was too big for an adult pig to fit through, it wasn't for a baby one. All I had to do was light the piglet up and he should go straight to the water, but we did have one concern.
Wait, babies don't pathfind to the grown-ups, do they?
Do you think they'll prioritize the
I don't
grown-ups
know.
over water?
That's the one concern.
Well, you don't know if you'll need the
down to
pigs
send
later,
it.
like if you'll need to saddle them or
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah. Okay. I'm good to fire charge it.
Considering there's 30 minutes on the video, well, not 30 minutes on the video, but considering that 30-minute video, you know it's gonna go pathfind to the water. You know it's going to.
Send it in.
If he went to his parents instead, he wouldn't have enough hit points to survive another dose of fire, but we couldn't risk killing the parents yet because we might need them later. So after some last-second deliberation, we decided to just go for it.
Alright.
And it didn't work. This was bad. If we lit him on fire
Oh, I was wrong. Okay, never mind.
one more time, he wouldn't survive long enough for us to be sure where the water was, and we still didn't know if we would need this pig later. So after a bit of thought, I decided to just lead the adult pig and push him
Oh yeah, let's just murder the pig. Let's go. Let's go.
off the island. I wasn't even sure if it was possible to get the little guy back, but saving Ken was by far the priority. So with Ken's life and the entire escape on the line, our fate hinging on this baby pig, I used my second fire charge. just barely before it died, the pig looked like it was heading right. It wasn't a lot, but that split-second motion of pathfinding to the right was all we had to go off of. We had to pray that underneath this chorus flower was the water, so I took the shot.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's do this.
Go.
Don't die. Nice. Okay, sick. What do you have? Do you have anything there?
And Ken was safe. But now we had a different issue. How do we actually get out of here? I had a pig dangling underneath the map, and while Ken was able to get a saddle, beetroot, and the concrete powder from his side of the wall, we weren't much closer to getting out. Concrete powder would be all we needed to try to make the jump, but given that it would immediately fall off the map, it would be a one-time use. That was no good since we both had to get out of there. It seemed like there was nothing we could do.
Sacrifice Ken. Sacrifice him.
But after a bit more thinking, we got an idea. Given that Ken was given more beetroot, it was possible the solution required a pig, but the only one we had was the one that had been floating underneath the map this whole time, and there wasn't any way to get him back up, except there was the water. Going back to where Ken had fallen and breaking the conveniently placed glazed terracotta allowed the water to flow outwards and into the pocket with the hopper, and breaking the hopper created a spring of water that we could try and hoist the pig through. This process was
I don't know, I think, whoever made this puzzle, they must have spent so many hours just sitting, plotting and planning it out, seriously.
Honestly, about as horrific, if not more so than you'd imagine. The pig's hitbox is barely small enough to fit a 1x1, and we spammed this for unironically half an hour trying different momentum tricks to try and position the pig through, but literally nothing worked. The pig would always swing too far out. Though Ken got another idea.
I just thought of something.
What?
If I take this saddle, I could get on the pig, I could push it into the water stream, and then swim up myself.
And sacrifice yourself. I don't know why I want
You wanna
Ken
go
to
down there?
sacrifice himself so badly.
It would work.
I mean, I'm down. I don't know what else.
I do have to land a pig trick shot though.
Yeah, you just can't die here. Yeah.
Okay, I'm on it.
Okay, nice.
All right,
nice.
it's time. It's time for Operation.
I would say he's so dead, but there's 30 minutes on the
Pig.
video.
Yeah, Operation Pig.
With Ken acting as a
It's a
blocker
30-minute
and renewing our hope, we kept trying. Over and over and over, the pig would miss the hole. Until this happened.
So give it one big enter. I'll try my best. Do you think it's worth punching?
Max enter.
Because if I just
really?
punch it like one time. Okay,
He's coming up.
wait, it's just up. It's just up. I didn't even have to.
He's safe. He's so safe.
That was perfect. What?
Somehow we had saved Gerard and brought him back to the escape room, but so what?
What is
How does
that
that get us
white
any
box
closer to
around?
solving this thing? Well, spoiler.
It's appeared twice now. Those white boxes like that. I don't know. It's probably some sort of debug mode in Minecraft, but still.
But so what? How does that get us any closer to solving this thing? Well, spoiler alert, it doesn't. Turns out we did all of that for nothing, because only after we got the pig up did we realize we didn't need to at all. All that was necessary the entire time was the concrete powder and the water. If we could redirect this water to the edge of the platform, we'd be able to place the concrete powder and use it as a jumping off block. But
They've got such limited blocks. I mean, they do have a block of wool, which I guess they could press, but that wouldn't do shit, really. And there was probably another passageway earlier, although he's holding a fireball thing. Is he going to use
how
that?
do we actually redirect the water? Water flows towards the closest hole, and nothing in either of our inventories was able to redirect it, so how would we get it to flow over the edge? Well, nothing in our inventories except for light. As Ken realized, it turns out that light can actually modify the direction of water, so using light as the blocker, we managed to redirect the stream and place the
I don't think that would be possible in real life, but hey, this is Minecraft. This is Minecraft.
concrete.
Imagine you could just use a lighter to redirect water. You could become, you could do what Moses did with the lake thingy. Just with a just with a lighter.
powder.
Sorry,
Finally,
I'll shut up.
we had a way out.
Yeah, can this guy not end his...
Hey, they did use the block the wall, like I said, though.
All right, I'm on to the next one. I'll tell you what I see.
Okay, let me know what's up there.
So there's us up here.
What?
There's... They made Weefies the bottom.
So after making the quad and jumping over, it was time for the next room, but the question was, how would we get to it? Ken found a trident in the hopper, which was a nice throwback, and the chamber itself was a giant void chunk split into 2 paths, one for me and one for Ken. Sure, we...
They could turn this into like a Saw trap, like, you know, from the Saw film, you know, this whole thing. And they sacrificed Ken for it.
Could both technically go down Ken's path since it was just a walk in the park, but that would defeat the entire point of the challenge. So how was I going to get across? The only way to the other edge seemed to be over this
Work smarter, not harder. Just take Ken's path, okay?
span of void, and we threw around some ideas.
Do you think you can hit me across this?
Which is very weird. And also, we haven't used the knockback sword yet.
There's no shot you can knock me across. Do you think that's possible? If I just run and sprint?
Here's the crazier thing. Imagine I knock you back, pull back trident, and then hit you one more time.
That's not possible.
But nothing seemed to be foolproof until we remembered the pig. The same way that I carried Ken into the water,
It's gonna be a little bit hard to get that pig. I don't think you can use the rope from all the way over there,
Ken
man.
could now carry
Hate
me
to break
over
it
to
to
the
you.
other side. All I had to do
Or never mind.
was sit on the pig and enjoy the ride. So after handing me the trident and beetroot, Ken maneuvered the pig through the void and I was over the gap. Him and I parted ways and I took Gerard with me into the next room, which was split into 2 parts. The first was this weird obstacle course looking thing and the second was a very small maze. And for the first time in this puzzle, I was alone. Regardless, I couldn't fit in either of the mazes and neither could the pig, but in the corner of the maze was a little baby pig. This was easy enough, all I had to do was use beetroot to lure the little guy through, but then what?
They were born to be used, the poor pigs.
Still didn't solve the second half of this room. I figured that I'd somehow need to trigger this piece of string in order to open the door to the next room, but how I was going to do that was still a mystery. The gap into the obstacle course was far too small for even a baby pig, and the jumps it had to make were fully just impossible. Nothing in Minecraft could move like
I feel so dumb here. I'm just like, I have no clue. I'm just sitting here being like, I have no clue. I'm just watching and it's fine.
that other than a player. I paced around the room for a little, trying to figure out if there was anything I had just missed or didn't realize. And finally, it clicked. Gerard had solved this room for me. The baby pig was the answer to both of the puzzles, but in 2 different forms.
Wasn't that obvious though with the baby pig, right? And give the poor pig
So I
some
began
beets,
leading the baby
man.
pig through the maze with my beetroot, and as I made it to the end, I heard a click. A dispenser began shooting tons and tons of beetroot down from the corner of the room, and I knew just what to do with it. See, I needed something that could fit through a gap this small and make jumps that looked impossible for any mob to make, and only one thing in the game fit that bill. An experience orb. So I stuffed the baby full of beetroot and did what I had to do. Now since XP follows the player, all
Born to be used. Rest in peace, baby pig. Rest in peace.
that was left was to carefully lead this orb through the maze without letting it catch fire on any of the jumps. And while I do, I want to tell you about something massive. We have a YouTube.
Okay, well, I never know within videos like this if I should just skip the sponsor or not. Okay, kind of random. I always think YouTube's things are so ugly. Like, you know the YouTube's figures? Hold up, is he gonna show a YouTube's figure or is it just a plushie? Okay, he only is a plushie. Hate to say it, it's really ugly. Okay, I know this really isn't related to the video, kind of. It's really ugly. I'm sorry. YouTube's things are really ugly, the faces. It is just like Funko Pops. There's no wonder Funko Pops is going bankrupt, okay? Because they're ugly. I mean, this isn't Funko Pops, but I swear YouTubes will go bankrupt sometime soon. I mean, I haven't heard about them for a while, actually, and I think this How old is this video? Yeah, about a year. I don't think I've heard of them in about a year, to be honest.
For you. So if you want to support the channel...
Not that I really watch anyone that would, like, get a U2's figure. Because I mainly watch, like, VTuber content, and it's generally like, yeah, U2's isn't gonna collab with VTubers, I don't think. I mean, please don't. U2's things are so ugly.
And get your hands on the little guy. He's available for pre-order now, but do be quick because these things can sell out fast and will never come back again. Of course, only get it if it makes sense, or don't want to buy one, that's totally fine. Don't feel obligated, of course. Only get it if it makes sense to get it. That being said, I do really appreciate it, so thank you on screen right now to get 1 Wi-Fi's and 1 cat for me. Clearing the course and activating the string did indeed open up the door.
I've been calling him Wi-Fi's this whole time. He called himself Wi-Fi. I've been calling him Wi-Fi. Or Wi-Fi's. This whole time!
And now I was ready to tackle the next room, which was very minimal, with just this strange array of blocks in the center. In the very middle, I could see a crafter just out of reach, with a weird observer string dispenser set up above it. The exit to the room was 3 blocks off the ground, so all I needed was a single block and I could fire charge out of here, though the rest of my inventory didn't look particularly helpful in getting there. I had no real useful items and no way to proceed, and it didn't look like there could be anything else to find in this room. Stumped, I tried to think of a way out of this.
I think it's gonna be something with the, what was I gonna say? He's either gonna say there's another room and he has to go back there, or get like a block from there, or I think it's gonna be something with his trident, like he's gonna have to fire it.
And then obviously I realized there is a very clear spot where I could find items inside the crafter itself.
Okay, no,
it was a bit too high for me to reach on my own, but using my fire charge and timing the damage boost, I was able to look into the crafter and get this selection of items. Now I could actually
imagine if that went wrong though. That could have been fucking catastrophic, dude.
Craft a few things, namely an item frame and either a gold pressure plate or golden nuggets, though I wasn't exactly sure how any of these would help me. Somehow I had to activate that tripwire to get whatever was in the dispenser atop the room, but there didn't seem like any good way to do that. I could maybe throw my trident, but if I needed it again, I wouldn't be able to get it back, and there was a very real chance that there were just barriers surrounding the string, in which case there was no way I could get a hit. But that thought actually gave me an idea.
Also,
when you
why
break
is
an
there a
item
pig
frame
in
on the
the
ceiling,
room?
it pops upwards through the roof. If
Someone's gonna tell me in the comments that's the pig he brought in here, but like, I think it was, and I think
place an item frame on that trapdoor, I could blast it with my trident and it would float upwards and trigger the string. All I had to do was actually craft an item frame. And this was far easier said than done, because in order to use a crafter to craft something, you need redstone power, and there was nothing nearby that could activate this crafter, except that's exactly where my 2 other items come in. If I could somehow position a gold pressure plate in the right place, I could activate it and power the crafter. The issue was just where do I place it, and how? The odd setup didn't really lend itself nicely to a lot of placing, so what was the
sit on the, I feel like he's gonna have to sit on the pig soon, and it's gonna like boost him up so he can access
trick here? This definitely took me a minute to suss out, but after a bit of looking and a lot of thinking, it
where there's a hole in the wall, I think, maybe.
Finally processed. Gerard was the answer yet again. The weird space, the crafter was stuck in definitely wasn't necessary. If the creator wanted to, they could have just enclosed the thing in a little floating pocket, but they didn't. My guess was that underneath the crafter in the bedrock was an air gap, and if I placed my pressure plate inside that air gap, because I watched 2018 Grian, I know that I can throw my trident into the corner of this structure and
I was right! It was the pig and the trident! Whoa, I was right about something
power that pressure plate, which would in turn power the crafter. All that was left was actually getting the plate inside, which was exactly what Gerard was for. You can do this fancy thing in Minecraft called inverse placing, which is placing a block onto a target one without actually placing it on the target directly if you have some sort of scaffold block to bounce it off of. This setup uses the exact same principle, but just in a bit of a different form. In this one, the scaffolding block in question question is the inside of the bedrock wall. By suffocating myself on the pig, I'm barely able to be inside the block, and Bounce placed the pressure plate on the wall into the air gap, and throwing my trident proves that it worked. The crafter was powered. Now all I had to do was place the item frame and... oh. I can't reach to break it. Well, I guess that's
sit on the pig with
what the
it.
trident was for. And there it was, a trap door. Except I couldn't get to it. The item had dispensed incorrectly, and if I didn't do something fast, I would get stuck and soft lock in this room. I had to be quick. In 5 minutes, the trapdoor would despawn, be gone, and there would be nothing I could do about it. So my mind began racing, thinking of any possible way to get my trapdoor back. There were no blocks to pillar up with, no way I could somehow get myself up in time. This was bad, very, very bad. Except wait, there was one thing, but I had to be quick. So I mounted Gerard one more time and began spamming the right click key, trying to break my carrot on a stick. I had no idea how long it would take, but with every bit of durability, I knew the despawn timer was getting closer and closer to 5 minutes. But in the last moment, the rod broke, and with my newly acquired fishing rod, I was just barely able to snag the trapdoor, and after saying my sad goodbyes to Gerard, get out of the room. Except, wait a second, I can cheese this room. As I was getting out, I realized something. If I could place my item frame on that trapdoor, that also means I could break it. And if I broke...
yeah, but breaking it like that is such pain. Like, I've played Minecraft before, like, when I'm playing Minecraft, sometimes on stream, it's like... I'll get stuck somewhere in it. You know when you're in water and then you have to keep jumping up and down to try and mine your block? Oh, that shit is so annoying.
If the water would come flowing down, I could swim up and collect the crafter for free and save an extra block. So I spent a grueling amount of time making tiny progress on the breaking. Horrible, but it'll all be worth it when I get that extra block. And finally, at long last, the water flowed down and...
too early.
What the? Okay, I guess I'm not cheesing it then. Next room it is.
Yeah, I need food. Welcome. Weezy. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Weezy. Thank you, Weezy.
It's a mirror room. Is there gonna be some ARG in this too? I just have a feeling now. Or are we just gonna spend the rest of the video like this, just staring at each other like this?
The next room was small. From the looks of it, the exit was a few blocks up, and right in front of it was a glazed terracotta square. If you're a Weefy's escape room regular, you know where this is going. Glazed terracotta on the floor means break it. In the room next to me, there was a hopper with 2 bows, one crossbow with max enchants and an unenchanted regular bow, as well as a little bubble column in the ground bordering a coral fan, the point of which I have no idea, so I just grabbed the soul sand. The only other thing left to look at was the big wall of lava in front of me. I couldn't get to the other side, that was for certain, but using Quake Pro and F5, I could see a similar setup to mine but with a hopper in the corner. In the roof, I could also see another chute or opening leading upwards, which seemed like it lined up with the structure blocks on both sides of the lava. But what was I supposed to make of all of this? With no real leads to follow, I began mining the terracotta and luckily got it right on the first try, getting a block of sand. But still, that left me with not so many options. I had no idea what to do.
Mine the other ones, Fags.
Weefy.
Watto?
Weefy, are you over there?
With Watto on the other side, I learned that he had several different types of arrows in his hopper, and since I had the bows, Watto cleverly placed an item frame through the lava, and with a little bit of fandangling, we set up a system that allowed him to slowly transfer the arrows over to me. But that still left the question of what actually to do with them. Infesting would let us spawn silverfish, but how that would help either one of us escape wasn't very clear. I needed at least one more block to get out, and it looked like Watto's only exit was the chute I had seen earlier, and since he had no blocks, escaping wouldn't be very easy. In fact, the only possible lead we could find were the windburst arrows. If something could die and fling Watto up, he'd be able to advance to the next part of his room and hopefully find something to get me out on the way. And then it clicked. That's exactly what the silverfish were for. After a bit of the two of us brainstorming on the proper setup, we concocted a plan.
Yeah, I still feel like the dumb one here. I'm like, Hey, at least least I had one sussed out. I can say that. I had one.
Shoot Watto with the infested arrow, and since the crossbow was piercing, we could keep the arrow if we messed up. The fire from the lava would keep damaging him, and the silverfish would begin to spawn. And on his signal, I could kill them with Windburst. Once they died, ideally the boost would be big enough so that Watto could travel up and out of his room. All we had to do was nail the blind shot.
Alright.
Okay.
Infested.
Ow. Oh, one
Nice.
spawned. One spawned. Ow.
Come on. Come
where?
on.
It is by
What a weird way to get silverfish to spawn, but hey, hey.
the purple stuff. The purple stuff. The purple stuff.
I swear he had more. He had like 60 odd of those carrots. How did he get to 2?
I can't believe I
He
missed
probably
it.
has
I
extra
missed the
ones
jump.
in
I
his
missed the jump.
The first few times didn't go so well, but after several failed attempts and arrows being lugged back and forth, we finally got this.
Oh, there's a few. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Wait a second.
I'm getting in position.
Yes, they're in position now. They're in position now.
Okay.
Nope, that missed.
Okay, send it back. Where was it too low?
It was too low, but I don't. Oh, wait, one second. It won't hurt. Okay. They're back there again.
Nice.
I got up.
You're up.
I'm up.
Sick.
I'm up.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything up there?
There is a.
There's a leg.
Need a
Hopper.
block.
Oh, and I got one snow block.
Yes. Oh, perfect. Yeah, okay, that's literally all I need.
Once Watto was up, he found a snow block, and giving it to me was all I needed to make it into the next room, which was horribly minimalistic. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff
What does he mean? It's so
at
beautiful.
all to see, but
Gray blocks, beautiful.
I wasn't alone in here. All three of us were trapped in identical rooms with the same items and nothing we could really do to help each other besides talk it out.
Oh, we're not
Watto.
even that far apart. You literally.
Yeah.
Wait, I can see you
wait,
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
I can see your name tag. Hold
Wait,
on.
are we supposed to help each other?
I
don't know. I don't know what
Maybe.
yours-
Okay, we probably are, because
My
I do
room
not
is-
have enough in my room. All I have is like
Yeah, I was
low
gonna
lichen,
say.
hanging roots, and a dead tube coral fan.
The room had this weird path of walls leading into a dead end on one side and a symmetric exit on the other side, but with no walls to jump on.
Can't they just mine up? Yeah, but they have no walls to jump on. But can't they just mine the sticks which are coming out the ground and then place them down again, then use the escape? I feel like, yes, I know, I win the Smartness Award of the Year, clearly. I'm joking.
The only one being mirrored being the one in the ground. And the items we got from the center hopper were less than encouraging. We talked for a while on how to possibly get out of
Please
here
just mine
and
the
came up
blocks, man.
blank. This was a tiny
mine
room,
them.
but with literally no options on
What
what
do you
to
mean,
do.
no?
I'm just gonna
mine
place
them.
the fan, I think,
on the first spot.
on the ground. Yeah.
Should we all do it?
I'm down.
Okay.
Alright.
I think the strategy here, the solution, is uniformity.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
What the?
Oh, we can't place it.
So
not
okay.
plate-
So.
Wait. Okay, try lichen. Lichen instead. Wait.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
weird.
still nothing.
Wait.
My
don't
item
know
frame
if
places. I don't know what my item frame can
Is
place
there-
just fine.
Is there something here, like block 36?
What is this? One away from the wall? It doesn't place on any of the other.
Guys!
I love how they immediately just found the perfect block.
Yeah.
There could be walls there. There is a variant of walls where if it doesn't have like an arm extending out in any of the 4 directions, but it's not an up wall. Like, okay, so like a lone wall is an up wall. If you press
Yeah.
F3 and look, up equals true. If that's false and it has none of its like arms out in the cardinal directions, it's invisible like this. But it's still there.
Oh.
So you're thinking there's a wall, even though it's not an F3 at
So
all.
if we update it, it'll appear. Maybe we place something next to it.
Is dead tube coral fan?
It worked!
It worked?
Yeah,
It worked?
I placed my glow lichen right next to it and it appeared.
Let me try to explain what just happened because it looks like magic. If you get a wall and use a debug
I was
stick
probably
to set
wrong,
all of
but
its
was it
faces
kind
to
of mine
false,
up the
it
other
looks
block?
like it's gone, but it's technically still there. All you need is to update a block next to it and boom, every wall on the side or below is also revealed. A really neat trick and one that we needed to get us into the final room. And holy moly was this this room daunting. It was a giant empty space with
I don't know why I thought that was the final room and this was like their exit.
a few different attractions littered around. The only items to be found anywhere were a chest boat with 2 seagrass, a block of sand, and 2 turtles.
Something tells me they're gonna need the lasso here. Or maybe the creator's telling them freedom is the void. They just need to jump off the platform. And they
It
have
looked
met
like we
the
should
true
breed them, but
freedom.
what use was that gonna be? The victory platform was on the other end of this giant void, but none of us had even a single block to help cross it. The situation looked hopeless, with so little blocks or things
I feel like have a look around the edge because it also looks like there's a dent in the edge there.
to do. It didn't seem like there was a single way to span this gap. We were all together again, but totally stuck. So without any more options, as a last-ditch
What's with
effort,
the
we decided to just
turtle?
breed the turtles.
Is this
They're
bad?
the midwives.
Go. Ooh.
What the?
What?
So that happened.
That was it. The room right before this one was meant to teach us that this mechanic existed in the game, and now it was up to us to cause block
Okay.
updates. Any way that we could get blocks to update would reveal more and more walls, hopefully eventually creating a path for us to follow.
True.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we have the sand. Here. Oh my gosh, wait, I just spawned more. Yeah. This is the most powerful sand block in the universe.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna lie, that was so unintentional.
We were stumped for a little on what to do from here, but realized we had this tiny dripstone above us that could be broken by throwing the trident, which in turn revealed a new giant red sandstone wall for us to explore. We then realized that using our new platform, we could also shoot an arrow through this
Yeah, I'm still wondering what that grit on the other side of the wall is. I'm kind of curious. I'm
lava
still
in order to
curious.
melt some powdered snow, in turn revealing yet another wall formation. Slowly but surely, we were piecing together this giant puzzle, and each new wall required a different item combination.
There's a lead in the hopper, but I already had a lead, so I do not know what the point of that was.
Alright, but now do we have a lead? The other kind.
Well, there's the.
I was so close to punching you off.
This is another staircase that goes to nowhere over here, but there's the string over there.
Oh, wait, I can totally rod that. I can totally.
Yeah.
rod that.
Ooh!
Yeah. Now I can reach that.
With the help of the fishing rod triggering an otherwise unreachable string, we unlocked yet another platform, and after realizing that one of us
Imagine
needed
they
to actually
accidentally
get
draw,
there, we
like,
attempted a very sketchy fishing rod pull that just barely flung Ken to the other side.
I could try to rod you across. I
Alright,
don't know how
might
you
need
feel
to,
about
like-
that.
I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
that's
pretty
gonna
risky.
work, man.
wait, let me heal.
Sorry.
There's one chance where I die.
We wouldn't let that
They
happen.
won't die.
Or not.
Okay,
Apparently
ready?
the fishing rod could
Yep.
support his
Yep,
weight.
okay.
Apparently.
Whoa! That works.
Oh my god.
That is sick.
The next step was naturally to update this massive water column by making it bubble, but for the magma we would need slime blocks, and Ken's potion of oozing meant we had to kill something to spawn slime.
Well, I still have the lead. There was a lead up
Not
here.
the
you know.
pig. Are they gonna go back and kill the pig? How could they?
Oh
Or is it gonna
yeah.
be the
You
turtle?
wanna
I
just-
think they already
you can
killed
use the
both
lead.
turtles.
But wait,
Oh wait, they didn't.
turtles
Can I
can't be
lead the
led.
turtle? Can I just? Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you can lead the boat though.
Poor turtle. Rest in peace, poor turtle. You didn't have a chance from the
Okay.
start.
Circumvent the
Never mind.
turtle problem.
How do I even test this?
That's a spectacular question.
Okay. Oh,
Nice.
it worked, it worked. Okay,
Oh my
okay.
god. Perish. Oh. Wait.
Oh, and it's a good thing you have looting. That's perfect. And that's perfect.
With the slime balls now safely in Ken's hands, we unlocked yet another wall, and Watto and I parkoured over. Finally, the last step was a pretty easy leaf break puzzle, since leaves cause block updates whenever their stump is broken, so with the help of the final wall formation as well as the silk touch that for some reason was on my sword, we were finally able to make our way out. We had
Da,
done
da,
it.
da.
We had escaped.
I feel like he's gonna say we have escaped, but because there's 2 minutes left, he could go but.
Let's go! There's a sign for
So
each of
is it-
us.
Oh, wait, how beautiful is that?
Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, then please do consider subscribing. It does mean a ton. And if you are
I think that's it. Yes, yes. Okay, yes. Let me just do it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. That was good. Remember to go subscribe to Wifis. I forgot what they call themselves. But remember to subscribe to them. That was a good video. We have reacted to another one of their videos before. So if you want to check that out, you can. But thank you for watching. Boy. Also, I stream here on YouTube if you want to also check that out. Yeah. Anyways, I'll shut up now. Bye.